So I feel like that was a victory. You really did your thing. You know what I mean?
I feel like it too because, like I said, it's not really about the money. It's about, you're not gonna expect for me to pay you money every month, and then when I have a maintenance request and you move me into some bullshit and I'm just supposed to take it. No, we got options too.
So how was it when you moved in, like in the court? Let's say you said it was the AC in the month of June was out. You couldn't even move in.
June, July, and August, I had no AC. And right. You know, this year it was like 100+ degrees,
right?
Or at least 90 degrees.
And you had the weather report in with you.
I had the weather report and everything, right. Because they had the windows nailed shut and it was no AC. So right. If it's 90 degrees outside, it's 100 and something in the house because you know all the heat rises and no AC up there. I had to come down to City Hall and go to code enforcement.
Yeah, you said Payne?
Yeah, I had to talk to the guy, Michael Payne. It's a lot of code enforcement.
Right.
They break it down.
They got different, districts.
Different districts.
I got David Hicks in my...
I went down there to him, and when he came on the scene, the windows was nailed shut. It was some electricity in the basement. He got on their ass, and the next day he came out, the company came out and fixed all of that.
So the city did right by you? The city did right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Because if you go there, if you have like a health concern, like you got mold, in my case, I had no AC and the windows was nailed shut. That's a health concern.
Right.
That's a health violation.
On the second floor of the house.
Anything like that, anything that could potentially harm you or harm your health, you have every right, from 8 to 5, to go down to code enforcement and file a complaint. That's it.
That's right. Yeah. So you went and filed it, but I seen. So it was the AC was out and it was water leaking inside.
First of all, they moved me in. I paid rent to move in on the 15th
of June.
I couldn't move in until 9 days later to the 24th because they had no locks on the front door. It's 5 doors to my house. They had no locks on any of them. So
and they claim that they ain't know anything about the lock.
Yeah, but I have my pictures and my emails to show that they did know.
Right.
Yeah, so I had no locks on the house. I wanted my rent money back. If I paid rent from to live there from the 15th to the 24th, and I couldn't live there, I want my rent money back for that 9 days.
And you got that back.
And you can get that back. You don't have to
You did win that back.
Yeah.
Right.
So all you have to do, if you have a problem with your landlord or anything like that, you go into code enforcement, or you come down here to 9th Street and start your tenants assertion. As long as you pay your rent into the escrow account with your tenants assertion before the 5th of every month, you're good.
Right.
They can't send you no late fees. They can't send you anything because you paid your rent. You just haven't paid it to them.
Right.
And when you come and you file your tenants assertion, make sure you tell them everything that you want fixed. Tell them everything you want fixed. They have a certain amount of days to fix that. When you file your paperwork, they give you a court date to come back.
Right.
So when you come back to court, you just tell them everything that's wrong. You just tell them how you've been treated. I called these people for months. I tried to avoid coming to court, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to fix anything. They just wanted me to keep paying, and I'm not going to keep paying money to lay somewhere that's not right.
That must be the same type of situation that that they was on the news for with Southside. They had communities that didn't have hot water for months.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, oh yeah, go Google them. Great Richmond Rentals. They was on the news.
Without months, dude.
Right.
If I wouldn't have had no hot water, I would went right down to code enforcement, came right down here and filed my paperwork. Because you don't have to accept that shit. Because
by statute of the Commonwealth of Virginia, they are required to provide reasonable amounts of hot water. They are required to provide hot water at all times water at all times and reasonable amounts of hot water at all times.
If your water's not working, they can condemn the house.
Right.
Even if the house is brand new, if you don't have no water, it's no good.
Oh, okay, yeah. One thing that I did notice though was that they did admit in their own testimony that the city said that the issue, you see, the maintenance guy, like he admitted in his testimony that the city did say that the issue was on their side.
Which was crazy because when I tried to tell the judge what the city said that it was on their side, he wouldn't listen to me.
Well,
it was hearsay.
Well, they testified to it,
So when he said it, I was like, well, isn't that hearsay? But I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
You're making my point for me, so thank you.
Right. And sometimes, see, what we don't know is that you have to say objection. you know, and that's you can't interrupt, you know,
Okay.
but you can say objection, you know, and when you say objection, then they have to listen to what your grounds
But
for
that's my problem,
objecting.
because I've been
Right,
dealing with
because
this
we don't know this.
Right, and I don't like court.
That's what they count
I've been dealing with
on.
this for months, so finally I'm in here and I got a chance to prove my case. I want to say everything and prove my case. See, that's my fault. Because I got to learn when, and then when they lying, I want to be like, nah, you're lying.
It's not your fault. It's set up.
It's just human nature. Like,
Right,
when somebody's
right.
lying, you automatically want to say something. Like, no, you're lying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and it was just funny because he said the issue was on their end as far as the water, but
Right.
then he's like, oh, well, we sealed it up with and you pointed out in their own pictures that the water was
Yeah,
still
it's
leaking
leaking.
into
I'm
the
like, you took a
basement.
picture of it. It's
Yes,
still
yes, he
leaking.
tried to present the picture, and I know the lawyer, she seemed like, damn it, you know what I'm saying? She seemed like shit.
I'm like, y'all gonna bring proof into court and tell the judge, okay, this is what we did to the basement, but clearly in your picture you can see where it's still leaking.
Right, yeah. It was good.
crazy.
It was good that you caught that. I saw something else that was in dispute that I guess you would feel that they maybe were dishonest about, was that
They cut that grass.
Right,
and then
right.
I cut that grass. I paid $225 because by the time I was tired of fighting with them to come cut the grass, it was all the way past my knees. So I had to pay somebody a lot of money to come cut it because it was so high. And then the grass was so high, when we finally got it down low, we found 4 tires, 2 kids' bikes, all kind of bill bottles and shit.
And who removed that?
I paid to have that removed.
Oh, okay. And they testified that they removed.
That they removed it was chairs, it was totes in the backyard full of water. It was
Where was the washing machine that was full of water?
Was smack down in the front on the side of my house, full of green swampy water
And
bugs.
mosquitoes and
They moved
everything.
that, and they moved the totes, but they didn't touch anything on the yard. They came out, as you seen in the pictures, I had poison ivy covering the steps. The whole outside
We got
of
the
house.
same thing over on
Right,
in our
so they came
community.
out and sprayed, but they didn't remove it.
They didn't remove it,
So
same
I had brown
thing.
poison ivy all over the side of the house.
Same thing
all
in my
over the steps.
community.
I'm like, no, because this should have been taken care of before we moved in.
Right.
The grass all the way up to my knees. How you gonna come out of the house like that?
I think that if you would have had the person there that you paid, I think you would have got that money back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you would, because they testified that they did, you know, and that is an issue, you know, because the grass is required to be a certain, you know, length, over 12 inches. Over 12 inches, they have
the grass was to my knees.
Mm-hmm.
I had recorded me calling, trying to get them to remove the grass. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. And then another thing that bothered me in court is they claimed that they promptly fixed whatever that I had wrote in my order.
Yeah,
How did you
get the fuck out of
right,
here.
How did you fucking promptly fix something when I was supposed to move in on the 15th and y'all didn't come put locks on the door till 9 days later? That's promptly.
Right.
I paid money to move in. I had to extend my lease at my other place because I had no locks on the door. How is that prompt? 9 days. All you had to do was come put a lock on. So how is that prompt?
I wonder, damn, because you didn't get that part back. You know, I wonder if
I did. I got my 9 days back.
Oh, okay, from them. Well, I guess that counts then. I mean, 'cause you were somewhere, so you would have had to pay rent somewhere.
You got it. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I just left. I don't want your ticket searched. I'm gonna make sure you don't hit my head.
But
Another court case out here.
another victory for the people. Yeah, you did your thing, though. I mean, I really appreciate you bringing this information to us.
And for real, like I come to court with anybody, like if they have a problem, they don't feel comfortable, I don't mind, because my thing is I'm not gonna pay you money to sleep somewhere that I'm not comfortable.
And a lot of people, they just deal with it.
No, you don't have to deal with it. I don't give a fuck where you live at. It has to be right. You have to be healthy. Shit has to be working. You paying money, whether you paying $20 a month or $500 a month or $1,000 a month in my case, but it does not matter how much you paying. You still need to be living right.
Right.
I don't get that.
So, yeah,
they feel like they can put, especially if it's like a low income housing or whatever, they think they can just treat people any kind of way.
Of course,
and
that's how they
deal
do.
with it because people feel like, well, they have nowhere else to go.
Exactly.
You don't have to deal
Exactly.
with it. You don't have to deal with that. You
Exactly.
have a voice. You come down here to code enforcement. You can come down here to the court and just make your point known. like I said at the court, it's not about the money, it's about the principle. I'm not going to pay you and live this way. I'm not going to do that.
See, they count on, like how I was telling you about how you have to say objection and all of that. They count on us not knowing. We don't go to law school. Like when they go to law school, they don't know all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like but they go and they practice. They practice for years and years. You know, so they get into the habit of all those court procedures and all of that we don't even know about. You know what I mean? So
I mean, because that's what they do. Like they couldn't come to my job and run my machine.
Exactly.
Just like I can't come to court and do your job.
Right.
I mean, it's just, that's not what I was trained to do. Everybody got their own specialty.
And that's how they set it up.
As long as I got my point across and got my money back, I'm fine.
Right.
And anybody else who has a problem with their living situation, I advise them to do the same thing. You don't have to take it.
Right.
You don't have to take it.
It was beautifully done, sister. Beautifully done. You did your thing in there. All right.
Thank you for coming here.
Yeah, no problem, man. This is what we got to do. This is how we gonna turn it around and get them to stop shitting on us, you know, all across America. That's how we gonna do it.